Hi everyone, and welcome back to Holistic Hacks. So today we are going to be talking about letting go, and I've got my board here to ensure that I stay on track. So if I'm looking over there, it's to make sure that I haven't gone off track. Um, so yeah, let's get straight into it, right? So when it comes to letting go, guys, I think the very first thing that I have to say is that it is hard, okay? It is so much easier said than done, and I completely recognize that, but it doesn't change the fact that you still have to try, because you will never be able to be the person that you want to be without actually letting go of the person that you are right now. And that necessarily isn't a bad thing. I get it. A lot of the times there's so much fear, right? And a lot of that really comes from not knowing what's actually going to happen when you finally decide to let go. And I also feel that another part of it really comes because, as much as, let's say, over the years you've hardened, yeah, let's put it like that, yeah, that is usually a circumstance of your environment, and it serves your identity at the time of purpose, right? Because you've had to harden in order to get through A, B, C, and D. And so when something serves your identity of purpose, it's really hard to let that go, because then your brain, your identity, your person, whatever you want to call it, right, it's gonna start wondering, well, then who am I without this, right? But that's the beautiful thing, right? Is I always say to patients, right, I have nothing equals I have room to create. Yeah, you are never going to be able to build anything for yourself if you are pouring. Oh, see this water bottle, right? Okay, so let's pretend this is you, right? And then you want to make some changes, and we're going to pretend I've got a can of 7-Up here, and I want to pour that 7-Up in here, because this is all the work and the changes that I'm trying to introduce to myself. What's going to happen to that 7-Up if I pour it in here with all of this? It's going to dilute, right? Because you haven't got enough room to pour all of that in, so you can only pour some of it in, and whatever does pour in as well, it's going to dilute, right? So that's what you're doing to yourself. Like, you're kind of making the work that you're doing pointless, because it has nowhere to go. And the only way that it can actually be effective is if I knock all of this out and start fresh, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I get it. It's very scary, very, very scary. But I've always found from experience that when you finally let it go, oh God, not only are you free, like being free, right? But not only are you free, but how do I explain this, man? You become a version of yourself that you never even possibly imagined could be possible. And I think that's what you lose when you don't actually decide to push yourself and challenge yourself to make all of these necessary changes. Like, and if you are wondering, like, okay, where do I start? Yeah, start with self-actualization. Go to the episode where we talked about self-actualization and start there. It's just about recognizing yourself, like, mindfulness, recognizing yourself. Sit down, have a little goal and a plan for yourself. And I will link the goal planner here so that you guys can make your own goal planner, and I've devised guidelines for how you can actually fill it out. And start working on that. Work on the goal planner, fill it out, have a plan for yourself, and start chipping away at it slowly. And I suppose the most important thing to remember in all of this, right, is that you are trying to find the new you, not the old you. Because, again, if you've watched any of my other series and stuff like that, you will know that the old you doesn't exist anymore. That person is long gone. They are written in history, and now it's about finding the new you. And there's nothing to say that you can't go back and take something from the old you and be like, you know what, I like these qualities about myself, I want to bring that back. Oh yeah, definitely. But you won't be able to do all of it, and it's just about understanding who you are now. And mindfulness is a good way of trying to really figure out, who am I now, and sit with that. And from there, you'll be able to take the next steps moving forward. But I think the first thing to do is really create a goal planner, sit there, and just really figure out who you are now, the good and the bad. Actually, start with the self-actualization video. But anyways, for once, I have kept it at 5 minutes, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye.